may cause uncontrollable reflex movements of legs and feet.
Hey everybody, 47 Cartoon Guy here, and welcome to my first ever commentary. Let's talk about one of my favorite videos I ever made, the history of Cartoon Fridays. Yeah, this was a big part of my childhood, growing up in the late 90s slash early 2000s. And I guess the best place to start is from like the beginning. I think around the time I made this was like 2019. Yeah, 2019. I was still demonetized, I believe, and I had decided to overhaul my channel. I had a new logo, like deleted some of my videos that just wasn't really that just didn't make sense for me to have as a cartoon reviewer, and collaborated with a good friend of mine, Jenny Liano, to like design my logo and everything. But yeah, and the inspiration behind this video was actually a video of James Rolfe when he was talking about his love for TNT's Monster Madness, and also Justin Wilton's One Saturday Morning retrospective. I love those videos so much, and I wanted to talk about something I grew up with. And yeah, that was that was awesome, man. Would love coming home from school, elementary school on Friday nights, and just looking forward to that. Looking forward to Cartoon Fridays at 7, and it would come on right after Toonami, I believe. So I was watching like the tail end of like Sailor Moon or Dragon Ball Z, wherever, just to watch CSCF.
And Ed, Ed, and Eddie. More obscure shows like Mike, Lou, and Og, Sheep in the Big City, and Time Squad, to later hits like Billy and Mandy and Codename Kids Next Door.
Yeah.
CCF was created by Stephen Patrick and Christina,
Who I actually talked to. He helped me out at one of my videos. I think it was the big game video. Very nice guy. And yeah.
Block made its debut on the night of June 11th, 1999.
Yeah, I remember watching it that night at Blub, I believe.
I still remember.
I feel bad because I don't think a lot of people remember. I'm proud of that joke. I feel bad because I don't think a lot of people will actually remember or care about the original CCF before the characters hosted. Yeah, these weren't all that good. I mean, okay, these were kind of like these are kind of dull to like a kid. Yeah, yeah, you're fidgeting. You just want to get to the cartoons already. Yeah.
CCF was given a major revamp, which was where we got to see the white studio setting, the huge ribbons, the Fridays disc, and that catchy opening theme. Each week, a character from the cartoons would host, like Johnny Bravo, Bubba.
Yeah, I would love when the characters would host. I think my favorites would probably have to be Johnny Bravo, Ed, Ed, and Eddie, Eustace. My favorite host. Yeah. Now, I fully admit this joke was so forced. I just wanted an excuse to use the Brendan Fraser clip.
Another huge part of CCF was the announcer Tom Clark. The enthusiasm
Yeah,
this guy had was
Tom Clark, man. I would love to interview him someday. Yeah, because like he actually did have a huge energy when the Cartoon Network. Yeah, it's like wow, he seems so excited to watch these with us.
not as engaging as Tom.
And yeah, I didn't mean to. And no disrespect to Doug Priest. Yeah, he did his job too. But yeah, I just love Tom's energy more.
That was always the best part.
Yeah, and I love seeing all these characters interact with each other. All these characters you watched and everything.
Halloween party, the Christmas party,
Yeah, I love that.
big game tailgate party, and the Big Pick. What was the Big Pick? Well, it was a successor of sorts to the What a Cartoon Show. featuring new animated pilots that were premiered during 2000 and 2001. It was held for fans to vote for
Most of them weren't really all that good. I like a couple of them, like Kitty Bobo, Lost Cat,
Candy King from.
and probably that's pretty much
CCF was
it.
a huge hit. If you were a kid in the early 2000s, chances are you were watching it every Friday night, watching new episodes of your favorite shows. It brought Cartoon Network their biggest ratings during the 2001-2002 season. Even Nickelodeon tried
Yeah,
to program like
Friday Night
Friday
Nicktoons.
It was nowhere near as popular as CCF. During
Even back then, I knew it was pretty much try to, hey, let's do our Cartoon Fridays.
wasn't as frequent as it was before, and there was the addition of non-cartoon cartoons like Samurai Jack and What's New.
Yeah, I remember when What's New Scooby Doo came to Cartoon Fridays. Yeah, I was confused because it was already on Kids WB. I watched a lot of Kids WB, but I never got to see what's new on the WB. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what happened. Maybe I missed it.
What's New stood out
But I remember when it did premiere on Cartoon Fridays, and that's when I first saw it.
on May 16th, 2003. It was briefly replaced by Summer Fridays. Then in October of the same year marked the debut of Fridays. This
Fridays was
version
good too.
had a You Can't Do That on Television / Laughing variety show style, and it featured live action hosts.
I actually love this era. I love Tommy and Zynga. They worked well off each other. And yeah, this opening was just fantastic. I loved every minute of it.
Hanna-Barbera,
Probably like the last use of all the Hanna-Barbera and the Warner Brothers at MGM on the channel at the time.
The two hosts were Tommy and Zynga. They were both funny, charming, and had great
Yeah, you're probably
chemistry.
never gonna get this in programming nowadays,
Zynga was
especially on
later
Cartoon
replaced by
Network.
Anime voice actor Tara Sands. She was okay, I guess. The hosts were accompanied by a group of kids and also some puppet characters. One of them voiced by Andy Murrell, the guy who voices Brack.
I follow Andy on Twitter. He follows me. He's a really cool dude. I'm so glad he's getting his flowers right now.
The cartoon name was dropped at this time, so the originals could still air along with acquired shows from Warner Brothers Animation. Fridays also had special guest stars like music groups or actors promoting the latest family flick. Granted, on CCF you might have gotten Coolio or the Apples, but Fridays really took advantage of having these stars. There was also musical guests like Amy Lee from Evanescence and Chris Brown.
That's neat.
Yeah.
Pre-piano beating Chris Brown. While not as good as CCF, Fridays was a solid replacement. What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, I was in middle school when Friday Dynamite came out, and it was right around like the beginning of the dark age of CN. And I think what Out of Jimmy's Head was coming out around that time too, and like they aired reruns of Goosebumps of all things. It was like, yeah, maybe even back then I was like, man, maybe this isn't for me anymore.
And what was to come? This was the beginning of the network's
I don't want to bash anyone's childhood, but yeah, this was
Thursday
ugh.
night block, Horror Thursdays in 2008, which didn't last that long. And CN wouldn't have another Friday night block until 2012. Now let me back up for a minute. In 2009, Cartoon Network launched CN.
Before the
Some
dark
live-action
ages,
reality
yes.
shows that were so generic, Discovery Kids didn't want them.
Yeah, as the years go by, I actually don't hate any of those live action shows. It's like, except for like Out of Jimmy's Head, like a lot of those, the CN Real Block, they weren't, I don't think they're bad shows, but they just didn't belong on the network. They would have fitted more on Discovery Kids or probably like Disney XD because they were doing all that extreme cool sports stuff, whatever.
I was actually interested in Cartoon Network again. You see, they were going through a bit of a resurgence around this time, with new creator-driven shows. The live
Yes.
action stuff was getting phased out.
Adventure Time, regular show, Gumball, pretty much restarted the resurgence of Cartoon Network. Pretty much a new renaissance, is it?
Which brings me to 2012, marking the 20th anniversary of Cartoon Network. And they were celebrating in a big way. With all new bumpers, DVD.
I would have been in college, a freshman in college, during the when it on its anniversary. But I do on October 1st. But yeah, I remember the Cartoon Planet blog. Well, the revised Cartoon Planet blog. It was like senior year at high school. It would come on Friday nights. I remember like watching it.
Rest in peace, C. Martin Croker, and thanks for the Cartoon Network hat.
Okay, so I met C. Martin Croker like in 2016 at a con. Yeah, I told him how much I wanted to get in animation, and he sold me a Cartoon Network hat. He a very chill dude. He gave me some good solid advice.
Cracking hilarious one-liners and sketches to boot. Later on, the block became less about returning to old favorites and became more of a dumping ground for recent Cartoon Network shows. Cartoon Planet remained on the air even after the anniversary was over, and aired for the final time on February 2014.
Yeah, and Teen Titans Go, I don't mind it either. It's a little annoying, but yeah, kids love it. Whatever, what are you going to do?
Which, okay, let's just call it what it is. It was basically a Teen Titans Go marathon. So, for the most part, a regular CN schedule. It's a shame because all these great shows and the Powerpuff Girls reboot were pretty much
we don't talk
overshadowed
about
by
Mighty
Teen
Magic
Titans
Swords.
Go. I don't hate it, at least not anymore, but the oversaturation of it is pretty annoying. The Friday party lasted until April of 2017.
I hear they're like calming down on the oversaturation of Teen Titans Go.
I'll never forget the creativity, the laughs, and unforgettable characters.
Yeah.
I look forward to every
So yeah, I love
For me, I think if it
this
had
video.
the right
Was
generation,
I had full fond memories of making
it
this.
leaves just as big of an impact. What were your favorite moments from CCF? And what was your favorite era? Let me know in the comments.
Well, that's it, guys. Let me know if you want to hear more of me on these awkward commentaries.
Close us out, Amy.
Okay, thank you. Thanks so much for watching. I'm 47 Cartoon Guy, and I gotta fly. Thank you, Amy Lee.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you want to see more of my stuff, subscribe to my channel. You can also take a look at my other videos. And if you want to support my channel, you can donate to my Patreon. Take a look around, and I'll see you later.